user. I'm barely basic, to be honest. But so if I want to do this kind of thing without having to make the model in Revit, that I have put you a facility in here to do that. The way it works is if you go to Radiance Extras, there's a feature called Make a Simple Radiance Room. There, Make a Simple Radiance Room. It is a huge node, but it is feature packed, and you may not need all of them. It's actually just like a bundle of legacy code from a previous version, but I've stuck it in because it is quite useful. Um, so if you look down here, I mean, it's an intimidating node, isn't it? And you might look at it and like, whoa. But what have we actually got here? Room width, room depth, room height, ceiling void, how you want to rotate it. Do you want one window, two windows? How high do you want those windows? Do you want skylights? Where do you want the skylights? How big are the skylights? Do you want an obstruction outside? And what are the reflectances, of course? So if you think about it, that is like they do all need to be there. As always, there are defaults. So you don't have to say I don't want this or I do want this. It will make assumptions. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to prep the file and display the file so we can actually see what it is we're looking at. So this file, Radiance address. I right click string. And I'm going to write in a file address. It might still be on my clipboard actually. Yeah, there you go. I had that from the previous tutorial. So what I'm saying is save it in this folder. Just for information, if the folder doesn't exist, you can like it will make you in that folder. It will go as far as the folders exist, and then if it doesn't exist, it will make you that folder there. Okay, and there we have a room. So I think it's like a standard classroom size. I'd set it or something like that. Room width 8 by. So it's like the idealized classroom shape that no one ever makes. But 8 meters wide, 7 meters deep, 3.33 high. Yeah. So there's your starting point. No skylight. So let's look at some of these features, right? You know what? I want skylights. I want to stick two skylights in. So both of these are on default zero, and if you read up in the instructions there, zero means don't put it in. But I'm going to say, right, actually, put me one in and be quick about it. There's one, and wow, that is a really small skylight, isn't it? Although I think that's if you factor in framing, they sometimes come in that size, don't they? Sky 0.6, that's possible, but let's to just make it really visible. I'm going to say actually make it 2 meters by 2. Wow, that's a big skylight. Okay, I'm just going to save this now because sometimes I've just got this feeling that it's Dynamo with Python scripts is really unstable. Just keep saving your work. Okay. I'm going to make that into a 1. Push it over to make space. And the reason it's taking a while as well is because it's actually this is like legacy code, and it was like before I could use Python, I was making everything with like the nodes. If you were to crack this node open, it is gosh, it's like a plate of spaghetti in there. If you know what I mean, with all these wires everywhere. Oh, see, it's crashed. Um, it's based. This is Dynamo. You play with these nodes too much. Yep, it just crashes. I'm going to pause the video, reload it, and off I go. Hello everyone, right, I'm back. Yeah, so basically that crashed, and maybe I preempted that by saying it might crash. One thing to do, look, is see down here you have manual automatic. It's better with Dynamo if you stick that in manual. I'm actually more of there's an alternative package called Grasshopper, which is basically Dynamo wants to be Grasshopper. And Grasshopper is amazing, and you can do anything in it. Dynamo just crashes if you leave it in auto mode. So yeah, sorry, I should have said at the beginning. Run it. So manual. So you have to always hit run. You make in automatic every time you make a change. It refreshes. In manual, make all your changes, then it refreshes. Dynamo can actually make a mess of that as well, but it's a lot more stable. Anyway, so I'm just going to add some values in here. So I'm going to put in like 2 skylights. Let me put that in at 5. Skylight location. Yeah, so 2 and 5. That, yes, that'll fit, won't it? And I don't know. And I'm going to rotate my room 45 degrees and let's, I don't know, let's, for some crazy reason, it is 4 meters high. Right, save again. So if I run that now, whew, I thought it was going to crash again. You see how it keeps changing colors? That's because when it displays it here, this is on a random color thing. The reason for that is, of course, I don't know how many materials you're going. It's the colors represent a different material. I don't know how many materials you're going to put in, so I just set it to a random color. It's kind of it seems often it's like these pastel colors. Sometimes they're nice, sometimes they're appalling, but anyway, so you can see there. So now we've got this kind of fictitious, pretty ugly actually, isn't it, room? But so you can see how we can slide those windows around, and I'm going to make just I'm going to make one other change just to show how this is possible. Height. So we can put in an exterior obstruction. Let's say it's a big, like 10-meter high object, and I'm going to offset the rotation by relative to being like perpendicular with the south-facing wall, I'm going to send it 30 meters off that and 10 meters away. That's about right. Is there anything else I can change here to make it more interesting? And let's change the shape of the windows. And I don't know. Let's make these windows. Um, okay, like thinner windows. Right. Let's run that. I'm nervous now. Every time it starts, every time the wheel starts turning, I'm worried it's going to crash. Okay. Oh, yep. So now, yeah, we've got that room, and it's sort of that. And sometimes it's set to random colours, but it's random colours, but it's a strange coincidence that they're so similar in colours, but they that is a different colour, and it is all properly set up. And so that model now is exactly the same as like the Revit imports and stuff like that. It's just that you made it from scratch. So that might be appropriate if you simply have a model. And stay tuned, because on the next video I'm going to add even more detail to what we've got there. Okay, so on to the next video.